So just to give you backgrounds, my presentation will be about our joint international initiative, Arctic Food Innovations Cluster, and I will focus on our activities here in Russia and in Arkhangelsk in particular. Well, to give you the backgrounds, I represent the Northern Arctic Federal University in Arkhangelsk. That is one of the largest research and educational centers in the north of Russia. It has long-standing academic traditions for over 90 years, and it was set up by merging of a number of regional universities, and one of them was Arkhangelsk Technical University, where exactly the main profile was about timber industry. And this field really was the common interest of our university and of Finnish partners, and our cooperation was built upon it originally. But now I'm glad that we are running many projects in many fields. So the university is located in Arkhangelsk, and it has over 15,000 students. And just a second. Something is not seen, I guess.
We can see a great big map of Russia. Now it disappeared, though. Yes.
Yeah, so it means that I can switch the slide. It's okay, yeah? Because it doesn't reflect on my screen. This is okay, I will continue, thanks. So 10 years ago, our university got the status of federal, one of the 10 federal universities, and it was missioned by the government to provide research expertise and train highly qualified specialists for developing the Russian North and the Arctic in cooperation with businesses, industries, and international partners. So among our priorities is the natural resources management in the Arctic and in the North, and the Arctic ecosystems management and climate change issues. This is that reflect our today's discussion topic. Arctic Foods Innovation Cluster project was initiated some years ago, and the project lead is the University of Saskatchewan and Professor David Nature. My best greetings to you today and to our partners. So Russia joined this project in 2019, and it is a collaborative initiative under the Arctic Council Sustainable Development Working Group. So from our side, we mostly focus and take efforts towards promoting the local food sector in the Russian Arctic by providing innovative solutions and technologies for the foods development and entrepreneurship support here in the North. And just to mention that the operational platform for this project here is NArFU. It's NArFU Center of Excellence that we opened last year. It's a governmental funded project. In Russia, there are 15 centers of excellence funded by the government, and this one is focused on their Arctic development and R&D projects. Among its key fields, as you see, is the bioresources of the Arctic and human in the Arctic. And that is why our Arctic Foods Innovation Cluster activities, they are based on this, and they make use of the synergy with this project. Arctic Foods Innovation Cluster, for ourselves, we have identified four main fields, and they are in the field of agroforestry development, biotechnology, aquaculture, and local food entrepreneurs support. This center of excellence, it gives us a powerful resource for networking. Over 40 different organizations representing research institutions, Russian universities, industries, and NGOs. They are the members of this center. And of course, we make use of their expertise, and they participate in our projects as experts, as contributors. So, of course, we are speaking today about climate change, and this issue is well considered and put much attention in the projects we are running on. And here I would like to refer to one of the reports and policy briefs that our experts published within the Northern Dimension Institute projects where we are participating. So the average temperature growth rate in Russia makes up 0.51 degrees Celsius per decade, and that is 2.5 times higher than the global rate. And here in the Russian Arctic, the temperature growth average is even higher, 0.8. Of course, this situation impacts different fields and human activities, and it has great consequences for the vegetation here in the Russian Arctic. And the tundra turns green, and the forests move farther to the north, that on the one hand give us positive impacts and the real productivity increases, but on the other hand, among negative impacts are, of course, that we face fire danger and the risks of spreading diseases. Here in the slide, this fire tragedy in the Yakutsk this summer, probably you heard or saw it in the mass media, that it was really very devastating and extensive forest fires, and it took a specialist months to combat the fire, and you can imagine what are the consequences, yeah, for the forests after this. As for the fauna, climate change puts real risks to reducing the number of Arctic species, among them the polar bear and walrus and reindeer and seals that may disappear in the White Sea. The previous speaker already mentioned this issue about the situation with the reindeer. And here, for your reference, there are 2 scientific articles by our researchers. The much field work and research and very comprehensive research was done in the Nenets Okrug and in the Western Siberia about this aspect, and how the climate change impacts the food security and insecurity, yeah, in the north of Russia. And here again, they point to both positive and negative changes. Among positive effects, that climate change has increased the duration of the snowless season and temperatures during the growing season, which of course have positively affected the productivity of plants and the growth of reindeer forage base. But on the other hand, regarding the negative impacts, warming can result in biological pollution and frequent parasitic epidemics, and the long off-season periods for reindeers and for reindeer herding and high summer temperatures, they contribute to degradation of reindeer pastures, and ultimately they may lead to reindeer losses and changes in the traditional diet of the indigenous peoples in the north. Climate change also negatively affects the infrastructure. You see, the melting of permafrost can result in really destruction of dwelling places, of residential buildings. For example, this case in Yakutsk. And for more cases on the climate change effects, you can go to these scientific publications and Northern Dimension Institute scientific report. Of course, so the mentioned climate change effects on the flora, they also give us some possibilities to diversify and extend the forest resources. And this is exactly the topic of one of our international projects that that is funded by the Calarctic project and Calarctic program and participated by our partners in Finland. This is Lapland University of Applied Sciences and Luke, and also Norwegian Institute of Bioeconomy Research. And taking this occasion, I would like to thank our partners for great cooperation. So this project, it's mainly focused on study and offering innovative solutions based on the combination of agricultural and forestry technology, and it seeks to how to use the non-wood forest products available to foster the local small food businesses. So Arkhangelsk is really abandoning in forest resources. And for example, this summer that was very hot, the yield of berries and mushrooms was 3 up to 5 times higher than on average. But on the other hand, probably compared with Finland and with Karelia, in our region, the non-wood forest resources, they are underestimated. And so the project team, they really did a lot how to change the situation, and they acted in 4 different directions. And since the project is coming to an end this year, we can speak about some interim results and outcomes. The inventory was made on various non-wood products and estimated wild grown species yield, with mapping of potentially productive areas in Arkhangelsk region and also in other northwestern regions. So this is a real practical tool how to encourage the villagers, the local residents to start their own businesses, yeah, in this exact field. The recommendations were made also on bee farming and on cranberry and raspberry and other berries plantations in the region. And much effort was done how to motivate and encourage the local farmers to see this field as a business, because according to the survey that the experts done before this work, they found out that only 8% of locals they sell the goods in the local markets. Other crops, they are just sold to neighboring regions and abroad. And really, we focus that this field, this could be really, this is very potential for socio-economic development of local communities. And we conducted a lot of workshops and professional training programs for representatives of local districts. Another aspect was how to make post-agrogenous lands. These are idle plow lands that are not used any longer. How to make them and how to find the potential for agroforestry uses. And the expert assessment was made on the feasibility of reviving the idle plow lands in the region based on the set of economic and environmental criteria. The continuation of agroforestry project is another one, also within CalArctic project as a mini project, we really think that it is a kind of pre-project for further large-scale initiatives under the upcoming CalArctic second stage program or some other fundraising tools. And it's called Treasures from the Northern Nature. And it's aimed at increasing the market and public awareness of healthy northern nature projects and develop production value chains of the products, and also promote cooperation and best practices exchange. We are doing it with our partners also from Finland and from Norway. And really looking forward for and invite you to join efforts in this initiative. So another track what we are doing within the Arctic Foods Innovation Cluster, it is related with the white sea algae, brown algae, because this is really our northern seas. They are abandoning in this very valuable resource that is used both as a nutrition and as a remedy. And it has been used for centuries by local people inhabiting the coastal areas since Pamor times. And so we are trying to use these ingredients and white sea algae for producing pharmaceuticals, cosmetics, and biologically active substances in our laboratory here. And it's really a very comprehensive analysis, and with comparison of the algae of other seas in also not only the northern ones, but also in the south. And the researchers, the experts found out really unique algae properties and having specific advantages to be used as biologically active substances and to be further developed and implemented as remedies, as dietary supplements for example, human body adaptation here in the north. And another biotechnological project that is also based on the processing of white sea seaweed and reproduction of crop species and aquacultures in the Arctic region. So the idea is to extract, to use the brown algae and some local herbs as the basis for experimental feed for fish breeding. And we have set up here at the university the laboratory for aquatic life nutrition physiology and feed production technologies, and are working together with our industrial partner from Murmansk that is called Russian Aquaculture. It's a kind of an order from them to start this research, and we are quite well progressing with this. And another aspect apart from laboratory work, another aspect of this project is training of the fish farmers, those who are already working in the field, and also always for those who plan to operate. So a series of workshops is planned for the fish farmers on the topic of industrial aquaculture. And so I would like to finish with announcing the workshop that will take place on the 1st and 2nd of December. Within the project that I mentioned, Treasures from the Northern Nature in Economy, Medicine and Culture, Challenges and Prospects. And we invite you to participate and also to contribute as speakers to this topic, and probably think over together how to proceed and initiate new projects in this very current and demanded field. So thank you very much for your attention, and most welcome to the north of Russia to taste really delicious local food. Thank you very much.